Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Everyone's welcome. So today I want to talk to you guys about something that honestly I have been wanting to speak on for quite a while. I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who watches my videos. I really appreciate it and I adore you guys. I see you. Like, I don't think you guys understand how much it helps when you comment, because there's so many times when I'm like, am I really helping people with my videos, with my words? And it's so funny because I was going through a little, battle inside. Come on. I was going through a little battle inside and, just talking to God and really just like, am I doing the right thing? Oh, sorry, Dove. And so, it was something that I really had to pray on and just like connect with God and just like be like, am I like, is this like what you want me to talk about, things you want me to do, and like stuff like that. And I just wanted to say that anytime you are going through something or something is bothering you or you really just need answers for something, don't be afraid to ask him. He's there. He's there for a reason. He's there to be not only a comfort, but a father. And he has amazing advice because he knows better than all of us. He created us. He knows your first thought that you think when you go to bed and when you wake up, and your greatest, hardest desire, even greater than your mama. Anyways, I was driving and I came to a red light. And when I paused, I'm not really like paying attention to the stuff. And then it's like, when your spirit is being drawn and led and you happen to look and stuff like that. Well, anyways, I looked down and on the license plate it said no quitting. And I was just like, noted, got it, say less. Right, so for those who were watching me very loyally, I appreciate you. I'm beyond grateful for you guys. I hope you understand that. I hope you know that. And I always say this, if I can just help one person, if I could just help one soul, one life, then great, beautiful. But if I can impact other people, that's even, greater, right? Duh. There was something that I tried talking about months ago and sat down, did the whole setup, and yeah. And started talking about it and couldn't get through it. And so I was like, why can't I get through this? Why can't I get through talking through this? And I had to come to terms with myself in realizing that because you haven't fully let it go yet and you haven't fully healed from it yet. I think a lot of times we come to a place in life where we go, stuff happens to us and we go, I don't care. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's great. But in reality, it's not great. We push it down and we suppress it and we want to get rid of it instead of sitting in it, instead of being there. And I get it. Some things are so hard to not only relive, but to talk about. And it's hard to talk about because we live in a world full of shame. Everything is a secret. Everything's got to be a secret. Don't talk about this. Don't say that. Well, if you say this, you're going to hurt this person's feelings. If you say that, then this person's going to be mad. And I'm at a place and a point in my life where I don't give. And you may go, whoa, Jules, whoa, you're cursing? Yeah, I'm at that point. I don't care anymore. If you get offended by watching my videos, click the okay? If what I say in my videos pisses you off, go sit in the corner and go be pissed off. No one told you to watch my videos. Nobody told you to even come across my page. I mean, it's like, it's weird at this point. Why are you even following me? Now, anybody who's watching, I bet you think this song is about you. If the shoe fits, wear it. But to put it in kinder terms, I don't care. In this world, this big, beautiful world of ours, that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you say. Nobody's ever satisfied. Nobody genuinely even gives a crap. So it's best to just walk in your truth, be who you are. And that's not being what the world has created you to be, but truly who you were made to be, who you were born to be. Before the noise started happening, before the culture, before your parents and friends and siblings and associates and coworkers came in and started molding and shaping you and saying, this is how you have to be. This is the way you need to think. This is the way you need to act. This is the way you need to talk. This is the way you need to dress. This is the way you need to behave. And if you don't, well, and no. It's time for a lot of people to say, no. I'm not going to be your puppet. I'm not going to walk on eggshells. I'm not going to hide things. I'm not going to walk in secrecy. I'm not going to walk in shame. I'm not going to feel down or bad or for what? For what? Because there's a lot of times where people want you to feel bad about what you say, coming out and talking, and I don't know, many things. And at the end of the day, you know what? None of it really matters anyway, because people always have something to say. People always have something to say. They always have something to think. They always feel some kind of way about you, whether it's good or bad. You can be the kindest, most sweetest person in this world, and people will still find something to dissect and depict. And well, you know what? I mean, she's so beautiful and she's so amazing and she's so kind and she's so sweet and she's so loyal and she's so honest and she's so truthful and she's such a good person. But you know what? I don't like how she dressed. I don't like the way she drinks her water. I don't like the way she eats her food. I don't like the way that she talks. No, I understand that there's truth behind her words, but I just don't like the way she talks. I don't like the way that she looks. The list can go on. The list can honestly go on. And while I was working on what I was working on, which I'm about to get into and talk about, I came to a place and point, just sitting down, being in the spirit, being in the forest, what I like to call. And, this world has a very funny way of doing things. It is what it is. It's been happening for centuries now. And the thing about it is, prophecy has to be fulfilled. Those who get it. Those who don't, won't. And it's okay. It's okay. It's not meant for you to. There's a time and place for everything. There's a season for everyone. And those who truly want it, those who truly want to know, those who truly want to learn the truth and the purpose of life, of why we are here in these little flesh suits of ours, of why the meaning behind all of this, the meaning behind, in general, our paths and our destinies and our missions of many different reasons. I would say this. I've come to a place in knowledge of knowing and understanding that it's not that people don't want to know, don't want to learn, don't want to see things for what it is. They just don't care. They don't want to. They're fine with being the way that they are. And you have to leave people like that where they are. And you got to keep moving on your journey. Because people like that will not only will not only lead you walking in a circle, okay, but it will bring you so down to the point where when you do have that moment where you pick up your phone and you go, wait a minute, the map says I was supposed to go this way. So why the hell have I been walking this way? But the world told me, and people told me, and my parents told me, and this one told me, an associate told me, and that one told, and you're like, I wasted a decade. I wasted 5 years. I wasted 2 years. I wasted 6 months on BS when I could have been going this way. Could have been going this way. And great, you're awake now, but guess what? Now you got to take this journey. This journey that could have took you less time. Less time. Instead of going this way, because that's what everybody's doing. That's what's cool. That's what's in. That's what you're being told to do because that's what's gonna make it in life. That's where you're truly gonna succeed in life. So why are you walking around in a circle? Why do you still feel depressed? Why do you still feel down? Why are you still in your ways? You got all this stuff and all these things, but at the end of the day, you're so unfulfilled. Think about it. Now, move this. Got my leaves everywhere. I'm a person who I would like to say I am a reflector. I like to sit back. I like to see things out from a different standpoint. I like to see things from a different view, and I don't like to see them just from my view. I honestly cannot help it. I can't help it. So I'm not trying to offend anybody in this video. I'm not trying to downplay what has been going on in this world. But there's this little thing called justice, and when it comes to justice, you can't see it in one form. You have to be able to see it from both sides. You have to be able to see things from a different view. And if you agree with what I say, okay, put it down in the comments. If you don't agree with what I say, okay, put it down in the comments. Either way, it doesn't change my words. My words still stand. Now with this thing that I've been working on, for honestly years now. Years. I've been working on this for years. Internally, outwardly, I've been working on it. But I didn't realize that I wasn't completely I might have pulled the weed, but I didn't get the root. One of the things that, while in the forest, while among the trees in God's presence, one thing that I have that came to my spirit is this world is just, it's too comfortable. We've come to a place where we are beyond comfortable in the way we think, in the way we act, in our way of living, everything, honestly. We're too comfortable. And so one of the main reasons for me creating this video is because it's time for us to get uncomfortable. It's time for us to stop lying to ourselves, lying to others. It's time for us to stop living with shame and putting shame, and let alone our shame, on other people. It's time for us to stop putting our hurt and our pain and our anger on other people in this world. It's time to rise above what the world tells you to be, what certain seen and unseen things tell you to be. Because I think one of the biggest problems with the world is they always want to look for somebody to blame. Everybody always wants to look for somebody to blame. Well, if so and so wouldn't have just, then I would have just. Well, if they weren't this, then I just. Well, where is God at? Because, well, just look, huh. Everybody's ready to point a finger, but nobody's ready to look in the mirror. Ever. Ever. And that's not a celebrity thing. That's not a Hollywood thing. That's a everybody thing. That's a everybody's got a freaking problem thing that nobody wants to talk about because, oh no, shh. We can't say things out loud. No, don't talk about it. Don't say nothing. Because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to talk about it. Okay? It's embarrassing when you're depressed and when you're down and when you're sad and you're hurting in the dark of the night in the middle of, I don't know, in the middle of a stage of your life where you're just looking for answers and you can't find answers and you can't find the solution to your problems because you're so blinded because of the sludge, the crap that we have sat in for years, centuries. Because we can't disconnect from what doesn't serve us. And I get it. A lot of things are really hard to talk about. I know. I get that. But it's time for us to get uncomfortable. It's time for us to start making changes. And yeah, like I said, they can be uncomfortable because it's not the norm. But this world keeps crying out for change. But change will not ever come. Because do you guys, I just, you know, I was looking for a video to place with another video that I was doing, you know, and another video came upon my page. It was meant for me to see. It was meant for me to like acknowledge it and stuff. And so I went down the whole spin of it. And going through comments, you know, it was a video about everything that's going on in this world. I won't get into it because I tried even just mentioning a little like, and I noticed how my video didn't like reach anybody. And I was like, so I'm not gonna say it. But everybody's aware of everything that's been going on. We're aware. The comments were very puzzling to me, very confusing. Because, you know, you have some people just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this and that. And then you have other people who are like, I've known for years, this isn't a secret, and it's not. And then you have other people who are like, yeah, let's get angry. We're not angry enough. And I'm like, what? We're not angry enough. We're not mad enough. It's like this stupid little hashtag going, we're not angry enough. What? I think part of the problem is the fact that this world has been angry for quite some time. It's been angry for a long time, actually. So if anger has been sitting, has been forming, has been just spilling out everywhere, into our emotions, into our actions, into our way of thinking, into our lifestyle, into how we act, into how we interact. Do you guys really think anger is the answer? You really think that anger is the answer? There's no way that people believe that we gotta get more angry. Are you sure? Because one thing I'll never do on my channel is feed fear. I'll never be the one to be like, the world's ending. Panic. I don't recommend you ever watch videos like that. Don't ever click on videos like that. And if people start speaking like that, wish them well. Give them a little kiss, a little pat on the back, and pray for them and keep it moving. That's not what God wants. That's not how God wants us to live, and that's not how we are supposed to think. But I will say this. Anger is not what this world needs. It's not what anybody needs to do. Out of anything, it's going to speed up the process. It's going to speed up the process. It's not a very wise thing. Okay? There's a difference between anger and then justice. You can't mix the two. And the two are very different. There's a time and season for everything. There's a time and place for everything. But one thing that this world has been lacking for a really long time, a really, 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 really long time, is love. And you may go, Jules, how could you say something like that with everything going on, with stuff that's been going on, with everything that's been in the news, with articles, and just how can you say that this right now is what we need? I don't want to love. I want people to pay. That's what I want. I want people to burn. I want people to be destroyed. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want people to hurt. Just like they hurt these little babies, these women, these men. I want people to hurt. And I get that. I get that in your mind. That's the logical thing, because it'll be absurd to think anything else, because why would you want peace? Why would you want love? Why would you want that? In a situation like this, it will be more logical to react and to be angry. Because it's more logical to go, you know what? Let's destroy everyone. Let's bash everyone. Let's destroy everything and let's set it all on fire. That it seems reasonable. It's not justice. That's not defeating anything. You're actually feeding it. And if this world wants to stop many things, stop certain stuff, you don't feed things with anger. You feed it with love. And people find love to be so weak because love has been so watered down, unfortunately, in this world, on this planet. It has been beyond watered down, disrespected, belittled, made fun of, made out to be some just no big deal thing. This is why we have so many divorces. This is why nobody knows how to love, let alone be loved, let alone accept love. Many people can go, well, it's from the music that I listen to. It's from the movies that I watch. It's from because of my upbringing. It's because of this. It's because you can have a million excuses, but at the end of the day, you're in control of yourself. Just you. You come to a certain place, a certain point, a certain age where nothing is on your parents, nothing is on your coworkers, nothing is on movies, television, media, your third cousin removed who taught you how to do it's on you. Because there's no one in this world that'll ever be able to say, I didn't know. God will always send somebody in your way. He'll always bring people into your life to make you aware. He'll always bring a little message over here, a little sign over there. If you have questions, ask. Stop saying you don't know. It's not that you don't know, you don't care. So you have to come to a place and point where you care. And the problem with this world is nobody cares. As long as I got my bed, I got a roof over my head, my bills are paid, I got food, I got all the things that I'm good with. I'm good. Long as nothing's happening to me, I'm good. I'm good. When this world starts to realize that when it happens to one, it happens to all, then we will start making steps. It's not a her problem, his problem. Well, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Turn around and I don't. It's all of our problems. It's all of our problems. And I know a lot of people won't like this, and I honestly don't give a crap. Comment, don't comment, like, don't like, have a problem with it, don't have a problem. I don't care. My words are my words, and everyone's entitled to opinion. If you don't like it, if you don't understand that, well, you know what? Welcome to the world. Welcome to life, sweetie, where your opinion is not the only one that matters. Your opinion is not the only one that stands the test of time. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? But the problem that we are having in this world is not a Hollywood thing. It's not a rich person thing. It's an everybody thing. It's an everybody problem. It's an everybody issue. It's just because it's in the spotlight as to why it's made into something so huge, so big. The target. And I've heard both sides. I've seen both sides. I've seen things from both angles. If I have to make a part 2, I'll make a part 2. I don't really feel like I'll need to though, but we'll see. We'll see. No one ever wants to own up to what they do, to how you are, to how you act, to who are you when everyone's away, when you're not wearing your mask, when you're not putting on a show. Who are you really? People who have an issue with people expressing the truth, speaking the truth. That's not a them problem. That's a you problem. There's something hitting home inside within you that is going, hey, so, yeah, she's right. She's right. And we need a change. And we gotta get better. And you gotta stop, and you turn around and you go, no! And then it goes back. They're actually right. And you turn around with your little anger, your little frustration within your own soul and spirit and go, you know what? I don't want to hear it. They're making fun of me. They're putting me down. They're talking crap. That's what they're doing. But when there's truth behind stuff, there's truth behind stuff. This is why, very much so, I share my stories with you guys. This is why I share my experiences. And also because, for one, like I said, this world walks in shame, and I refuse to be the one to walk and to continue to walk in shame. No. For what? Why would I do that when I can be set free? I have gone through so much, guys, so much, and seen a lot, been through a lot, heard a lot, you know, even done a lot. Well, I have my little downfalls, you know. I'm not perfect in no shape or form. My point of what I'm saying is, don't ever allow anybody to take your voice away. Don't allow anybody to shut you up, to shut you down, to make you feel bad when there's truth. Okay? When there's truth behind it. Always walk in truth. Always walk in honesty. Always keep it real. Because when you do that, when you can truly own person, place, thing, whatever the situation is, when you can own it and go, I didn't have any bad intentions behind that. I was just sharing X, Y, and Z. Or I felt this way about it. If the person has a problem, person, place, or thing, That's a them issue. That's not a you issue, okay? They need to go work on themselves. They need to change whatever they need to change. They need to get through whatever they need to get through. They need to deal with whatever they need to deal with. And you continue on your journey and help those who actually want it. But don't ever allow anybody to shut you up. Person, place, or thing. Is there a lot that goes on behind closed doors in certain careers, certain businesses? Yeah, there is. There is. There's a lot. But there's also a lot of stuff that goes on behind closed doors in this world. And it's not a, let's reveal this door, but we don't need to open ours. No, keep that closed, okay? Keep that closed. Let's just look at the main focus of the target, because it's on the platform right now, right? It's on the platform. It's on the platform. It's on the billboard. Let's just look at that. Even though we're surrounded by signs everywhere here where we walk, let's just look up real quick, because we don't need to focus on ourselves. We don't need to look in the mirror. We don't need to change. Let's just look over here and start pointing fingers and start throwing the stones. And once again, this is not to downplay any situation that's going on, but we got to start somewhere. And it starts in your own home. It starts with you. It starts with your life. It starts with your soul. Because last time I checked, getting angry has not changed anything. Okay? Hasn't changed anything. And people can blame God. People can even blame Lucifer. And people have every day. Well, where is God at? He sees all this going on and he's not doing nothing. Then you have people blaming the enemy. Well, it's because the enemy made me do X, Y, and Z. Okay. When the enemy came along and presented whatever they presented, whatever your addiction is, whatever your problem is, whatever your situation is, okay? We all go through stuff. We all have a story. We all have some form of trauma. And if you don't, comment down below. How does that feel? What's that life like? And this is not a laughing matter, but this is what came to my mind. So if I came to you with crap, all right? If I came to you and I said, eat it now, what are you gonna do? Well, in this world, your average person is gonna go, ew, screw you. No, I'm good. No, thank you. No, thank you. People would probably go, is something wrong with you? Why would you think in a million years that I would do something like that? Why would you even present me with something like that? Get out my face. Get out my face. Respectfully, disrespectfully, F off. So why, when the enemy comes and presents us with crap, we go, oh, please sir, more. We give in because, oh, it's fun, or, oh, well, my parents do it, my family does it, it's a culture thing. Oh, well, I was brought up to do it. It's fine. I was raised into this. I was brought up into this. This is just life. Oh, my friends. It's because, you know, I'm my friends. I don't want to disappoint my friends. I don't want to disappoint so-and-so. I don't want to. We always have every excuse. We have every excuse in the book as to why we sin, as to why we do the things we do, as to why we feed into crap. Complete crap. And then we do what we do, we allow what we allow, and then we go, well, I don't like it. I don't like this outcome. I don't like how the world looks. But this is how you guys wanted things to be. Don't say it's not. This is how you guys wanted things to be. You formed it into the way that you wanted it to be. You formed it into a way that was comfortable for you to live. Because I want to do whatever I want. And you very much so can. No one said you couldn't. You have free will. But with that free will comes great responsibility of knowing that I can do whatever I want. But just because I can do whatever I want doesn't mean I should do whatever I want. We get so comfortable to the point it becomes uncomfortable. You ever had a mattress You ever had a mattress where when you first sit on it, you're like, oh man, oh, yes, it's so good. It's, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get the best sleep of my life. And then you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, my back is hurting. Oh my gosh, my head is hurting. That was the worst sleep of my life. Sometimes it may look like it's gonna be comfortable, but it's not. It's not. It's gonna be a horrible outcome. It's gonna be a very bad outcome. And where you think you want it. All right. I have to make sure that my camera films because sometimes it glitches, sometimes it goes out, sometimes I have audio, sometimes like it's just whatever. Welcome to my channel if you're new. One of the other things that I've come to realize is the fact that this world is overly, if not just period, perverted. This world is eroding with perversion. It's eroding with perversion. Perversion is looking at this planet like, all right, girl. All right, I knew I was nasty, but But y'all took it to a whole nother level. Overly perverted. But once again, just because things are presented to you doesn't mean you have to take it. If you never knew you didn't have to take it, I'm letting you know now. You don't have to take anything. If you don't like it, if you know it's wrong, if you know that it's not good for you, if you know that it's not good for your heart, your soul, your mind, your body, your life in general and all around, don't do it, okay? Now I want to share my story with you guys, okay? If it looks like I'm uncomfortable, it's because I am, but look, it's time to get uncomfortable, right? So, when I was a little girl, I was molested, 5 or 6. Nonetheless, this happened to me. It's something that I've lived with for so long. And, you know, I've noticed also that a lot of times this world likes to point a finger at men and go, well, things are the way that they are because of men and because, well, okay, to a certain extent. But I will say this, and to all my ladies out there like, oh, she's not a girl, and she's not this, she's trying to stick up for men. I stick up for all. So if you're looking for a channel where a woman's bashing a man or putting a man down, you're not going to find it here. You're just not. It's not who I am. I'm not that person, and you'll never ever catch me doing that. Now, if I ever have to say anything speaking on the human man, male species, then what needs to be said, and it will be said, just as for women. But you'll never catch me bashing men. No. No. You just won't. And I have gone through a lot. But you'll never catch me bashing anybody. What I say on my channel is what I say, and what I speak is what is the truth, and everything that I say is the truth. And people that I bring up and speak on know it's the truth. They just probably wouldn't like it or whatever case may be. This world has a saying of the truth hurts. And I'm sorry, but the truth doesn't hurt. You just don't like to hear it. And because you don't like to hear it, you want to get mad and prideful and arrogant. And instead of taking that advice that was placed in your hands, what a beautiful thing to be able to have another door, another way, another answer. And you go, screw you. I don't want to hear that. No. I know what I did. I know the things that I've been involved in. I know what I did to you. I know what happened, but how dare you to bring it up? Well, I guess how dare me? How dare me? I say this all to say, for most people, when a child is molested, everybody goes to, it was a man. It was a man. A man did it. A man did it. And that's not always the case. And for my situation, it was a female who did it. Someone I trusted, someone that I looked up to. Isn't it always that? Family, actually. This was somebody who I trusted, that should have protected me, that should have been there for me. But this person, among with doing that, did among a lot of other things in my life to try to destroy my character, diminish my light, destroy who God created me to be, and tried to rewrite my story. As so many of us go through this, so many. It's not a woman thing. It's an everybody thing. Men are put on the back burner. And I feel like I said this in one of my videos. If I didn't, then, but I feel like I did. But you're a man. Shut up, suck it up, and take it. Brush it off your shoulder. You just get over it. Don't talk about it because you're a man. I'm sorry, but no. A lot of women out there who question, oh, we're so treated so badly, and this is because of the toxic, disgusting, filthy, dark, and evil way that men have been raised and brought up into believing, being brainwashed into believing and acting, is as to why we have such angry men. That's the problem, is the anger. Everyone's so angry inside, like I've said before. And you want to get more angry? So many of us as children, we didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance. It's always distractions, man. Like, every time I try to film this video, devil is a liar. We didn't get a chance, majority of us. And a lot of us don't even know. I didn't even know what happened to me. Because when it happened, and I won't go into detail, certain people unfortunately get off on certain stuff. That's the whole point of this talk. So many of us don't even know what we go through, been through, went through, until we get older and we grow up. When it did happen, the next day this person told me that I was evil, told me that I was bad. And this was like a continuous thing that this person did to me. I was always bullied. I was always put down. My character was destroyed by this person. By this entity. Let's just put it like that. Because a lot of times, a lot of people go, well, how can a person do this to a child? How can people do this to, how can somebody do that? Guys, are we really living in a time and a place where we're still questioning and going, oh, this is just normal people. It's just a normal world. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are we still there? How much more do you guys need to happen in order to wake up and see that, yes, there is good, there is evil. There are angels, there are demons. What don't you guys understand? What don't you get? What don't you get? Will it take for, I don't know, 1 million more people to die in order for you guys to understand, oh, wait a minute. There's like a battle going on in this world for our lives, for our souls, for our spirits, and just all around it. There's like a bigger battle. We need to stop fighting each other and how much more will it take? How much more will it take? Because I think what a lot of people don't understand also, time is very different. Time is very different in this world, okay? Where it feels like it's been centuries and it's been years. Well, in the other realm, it's only been 2 days. So where you're like, hurry up, we want things to change. Hurry up, we're suffering. Like, it's only been 2 days. Calm down. We're working on stuff. We're working on stuff. Y'all aren't even, you guys aren't, everyone keeps crying out for change, but are you guys really ready? Do you understand what that inclines? Do you know what's gonna happen? But this person would tell me a lot of things, you know, more than just like, oh, you're ugly and this. Like, I've been bullied for longer than I can even remember. And this person told me that I did this, that I did this. Pretty much their words, and I say their because you have human form of what you see, and then you have the spirit operating behind them. And that does not mean, a lot of people get mad and be like, no, but we're not, they did it and they're gonna take accountability. We're not saying, that's not my point. That's not my point. We have our bodies, we have ourselves, but there's also spirits that walk among us. Certain people have doors open because of trauma. Certain people open doors because they open it. I'm not trying to say that this person was not aware of her actions. She was very aware. Very aware. This person made a choice to do this. This person was presented with the platter and they looked at it and said, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No, I know it's crap. I know it's wrong. I know it's bad. I know I shouldn't. But I'm gonna do it. So she did it. And I was told, like I said, that I was a bad person, that I did this to myself. And I didn't know what she was like, what do you mean I did this to myself? Did what? What happened? Because you told, like, this person told me that I needed to go tell my mom what I did to her. Stick with me, I'm 5 years old, and to her. And that I was a bad person and I wasn't good. And I was like, what did I do? I was so confused as a little girl. As so many of us are. You're confused and you don't understand, like, wait, what? Like, what? You don't get what's happening to you. For all these people out here, all these parents out here talking about a kid having consent to make a choice, your child doesn't fucking understand. You're supposed to be somebody that they trust. So anyways, when I went to my mom, of course the story didn't make sense. And a lot of people hold a lot of anger towards, you know, parents and loved ones, caregivers or whatever who, you know, are in their lives and stuff like that. And, you know, at a certain point in my life, it's not that I had so much of anger. I was just very confused as to why. It's like nothing hit home logically for you to go, no, something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. Because my baby, my child, my little girl has no knowledge of anything. And she comes to me and tells me X, Y, and Z. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. And when the beam light bulb came on of everything, like, wait a minute. From hearing other people's stories, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because we got to start speaking up. No more shame. No more wearing shame. No more feeling uncomfortable. And if you feel uncomfortable, good. It's time. It's time, people. Anybody who watches this, anyone who hears this message, pass it on. Pass it on. It needs to be a chain reaction. # time to get uncomfortable. It's time. It's past time. Everybody says they're tired, right? Everybody says they want change, right? Okay, it's time. Nothing happens until we decide, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. The light's been off in this world for way too long. So are you really tired? Are you tired of stumbling and stepping over stuff? Are you tired? Are you done? Because you can turn on the light any minute, any second now. You can turn on the light. Feel free. But it starts with you. And it doesn't start with anger. So make a long story short, because there's something else I would like to share with you guys. And just bear with me. Just bear with me. So I started to watch certain programs and shows, and all in all, what I'm trying to say is things started phone home. Things started phoning home. And I'm like, wait a minute. So-and-so did that to me. Wait a minute. So you mean that's not supposed to happen? You start having that awakening moment of what happened to you. Those who get it. Those who don't, won't. And praise God that you don't. Which is a beautiful thing. I wouldn't wish on anybody. And I held a lot of anger in. In the beginning, I had a lot of anger. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? And then I was punished for this. This happened to me as a little girl, and I was punished for it. You know what my mom made me do? She made me write all of my multiplication tables. I had to write them out. I was punished for it. And like I said, I don't blame her. I had to come to a point in place where I forgave her because she didn't know the truth. If people don't know the truth, I mean, what can we go based off? It's different if it was like, all right, this is what happened, and like you just you don't care. All right, bet. So then I became the problem because, of course, when certain stuff happen in your life, doors are open. Doors open. The door opened that night when that happened to me. And with that door being open came in anger, came in confusion, and now I was the problem child because she's just so aggressive and she's so angry and just, you grow up just thinking that something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me because what happened to me was fine because the person that I trusted did this to me. And many of us and those who have gone through it, it's not your fault. I just want to take a moment and pause because it can be a lot. It took me it took me months just to get to a point where I can sit here and actually speak to you guys. Okay? Took a lot. And I want to just take a moment to let anybody know out there who has gone through it, who has been through it, who I believe you, okay? I believe you. If nobody in your life ever believed you, if you did tell family and family shunned you and just said, oh, well, just brush it under the rug, don't talk about it. Oh, you know how so-and-so is, I'm sure it wasn't. I get it. I hear you, I see you, and I believe you, okay? I believe you. If you have absolutely nobody to go to, nobody to share your story with, I will be that person for you, okay? I will be that person. Because I wish I had somebody. My email is down below. Feel free to share your story. Or put it in the comments. Share your story with the world. Share your story with everyone. Because it's nothing that we need to live with shame with. This was what was done to us. It's unfortunate. It sucks. And you get to a place and a point where you go, I have to live with this forever. But I'm here to let you know, no, you don't. You don't. You don't. And we're gonna get to that point. But just know, you don't. I will be making a video on how to overcome it now that I have actually overcome it. So make sure you're subscribed, click the notification bell, all that jazz. So anyways, so as time goes on, life goes on. Things, you know, life happens, this and that. So I don't know if I can really speak on it and talk about it. And I really don't know how the terms of how I can put it. But without like being demonetized and stuff like that. But pretty much with what happened to me, I developed a little problem, okay? Let's put it like that. I developed a problem. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew this person who I trusted told me that do these things. And from her doing what she did to me and other stuff, it developed something. It opened a door. And I was doing it everywhere and didn't know what I was doing. I was a baby. Can you imagine? I had no knowledge of what I was doing. You get older and you meet friends, you meet people who come in life, and then people start opening more doors for you. And when you don't know, when any parents watching, you have to talk to your kids, okay? You got to talk to your kids. My parents are two very awkward people, okay? Two very awkward people. They'll probably go, no, we're not. No, we're not. They are. And they'll probably say, well, you're just saying that because you are getting... No, they are. Is what it is. My dad, he left everything up to my mom when it came to talking to us, teaching us stuff and stuff like that. So the talk, I knew would never come from him. I knew it would never come from him. As far as my mom, my mom was very religious, you know, and I know she meant well. With many things in life, and growing up, we think our parents are so hard and so bad and just, oh my gosh, they're being so mean. But as you get older and you start to see things, you're like, oh no, I appreciate that because you saved me from a lot. No, this was correct. And like, yeah, I get it now. Her thing was, don't get pregnant, don't date, you cannot have a boyfriend, and don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I don't know what that means, but like, okay. And maybe because she was uncomfortable, and I know a lot of parents are, there's nothing to be uncomfortable about. There's nothing to be uncomfortable about. Everyone is so open to crap in this world with, let's do whatever. Let's walk around cursing and mistreating people and acting all these kind of ways. But when it comes to real truth in life, then it's, oh no, that's perverted, and we can't talk about stuff like that, and that's not proper manners. It's not proper manners to know about your body. It's not proper manners to teach your child the truth. That's weird. But then you walk around talking about, well, Santa Claus bought you a gift. Huh? This world is so backwards. It's so backwards. You're willing to teach your children lies. But then when it comes to the truth, oh no, that's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. We don't say things like that out loud. No, that's not your, I don't know if I can say it on here. No. That's your no area. No, this is what it is. I'll save it for another video. So anyways, as you get older, you get friends, this and that. So one of my friends, just talking, laughing, ha, and blah, blah, blah. So one of my friends ended up bringing up stuff with his girlfriend. And I was just like, what are you talking? I was so sheltered. It was like, I didn't know anything. And it's like embarrassing to the point, like, you know, but it is what it is. But he brought up certain stuff, and I was just like, you did what? And like, what? And huh? He's just like, dude, like, what? How do you not know nothing? Like, I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, what is? But I was so confused. And he's like, dude, you don't watch corn? And I was like, What the freak? What is corn, dude? What are you talking about? A corn? I didn't have a phone, let alone a computer, to even know what that was. And so he's like, all you gotta do is, and he told me. And look, does that make him a bad person? He was just doing what he thought was normal, as so many of us do. We just go through life thinking things are normal. No, this is fine. It's not okay. It's not okay. So anyways, so I was curious. Now curiosity sets in. The plate was presented. And so my mom was the only one who had a laptop, obviously. She had it for work. And I was like, hey, Mom, so can I see your laptop? And she's like, why do you want my laptop? I was just like, oh, you know, I just want to play games, this and that. And like, she knew I would get on there during certain times because like there was like Barbie.com. There was like DisneyChannel.com that I used to go on. Like, their games were so fun. It was so fun. Anybody who, like, you know what I'm talking about. Somebody out there has got to know what I talk about. And so she was like, oh, all right. Well, I discovered what it was. The platter was presented. And where I went, now, does something deep down inside go, should you really be watching this? Of course. Of course. Of course. Life, God will never leave or lead you astray. Like I said earlier, he will always send something, someone, Holy Spirit, intuition, gut feeling, whatever you want to call it, to go, let's not do that. Or, you did it, but like, let's take a step back, all right? Let's take a step back, because this is, you already got doors open, and on your house, I'm just, like, it's your house, right? It's your house, free will, it's your house. You can have as many doors as you would like open. I'm just saying it's not gonna look good. It's gonna look a little weird to have a house with all these doors open, and it's gonna take a lot of time to close that. Are you sure you want to open that door? So the door was not just open. The hinges, I unscrewed the hinges. I became addicted to corn since the moment I discovered it, to be honest with you. I was addicted. Jules, no. Addicted. I was addicted. Addicted. I was addicted. There's not a video I haven't watched. I was addicted. And for years. And I have to say, I'm at a place in my life where I can finally say I'm free from it. I'm finally free from it. It took so long for me to fight through that. Because a person may go, oh, it's no big deal, it's a huge deal, guys. It's a huge deal. When you truly start seeing and waking up everything that's behind that crap, you start to learn, like, no, it's not only a big deal, but to be honest with you, it needs to be banned. It needs to be banned. It needs to be banned. There's no reason why any of us should be watching it. None of us. When you come to a place and point of not only having love for somebody and a person, when you know you found your person and you're like, I love this person so much, you get turned off by looking at other people. Like when guys walk past and like people, I don't care to see it. I don't give a crap. You don't turn me on. The person I'm in love with turns me on. The person that I have eyes for, that's who turns me on. You can come butt naked in front of me. I don't give a crap. It means nothing to me. You can come built like Thor, all right? It means nothing to me. What does that mean? Because you're not my person. And there's no love behind it. It's only lust. So what does this mean to me? What does this mean for me, my life, my body, my time, my energy? What does this mean? But we get so caught up in these videos and things and multiple other stuff, and we get to a place where it goes, you know what? This is okay because, well, the fantasy of it. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. You get turned off. And not only when you truly come to terms of loving somebody else, but when you love yourself. That right there. When you love yourself. You could never pull yourself to a point of even watching it. Because why am I watching this again? I don't need this. I don't need to watch this. And then also, that is not pleasure. That is not pleasure. No, nobody wants that, okay? There's a certain way of doing stuff. There's a certain way of doing stuff. What you see is not love. What you see is not real actions of... Y'all should get what I'm saying. And this is why so many women are unfulfilled. Because where some of us women do have that problem, yes, let's go to the men now. It is a big problem. Because you're taught at such a young age to watch this stuff. I mean, my friend was young. He was young. You're taught at such a young age to watch this stuff, and that it's okay because you're a guy. You're a boy. And it's not okay. It's not okay for anybody. It's not all right for anybody. It's horrible, actually. It takes away your innocence. It takes away your spirit. It takes away your energy. You're putting your energy into something so unfulfilling, and putting your energy into anything unfulfilling will rewire and drain you in a way that you guys... That was a huge problem in my life. And then when I was 18 years old, I got the first opportunity to ever work on a television show, auditioned for it, and I just thought, mama, I made it, you know, I was on cloud nine. I was so happy, and I had already gone through so much beforehand, more than just what I had went through as a kid. I had went through a lot of stuff, and I was like, for once in my life, yes, it's working out. Like, okay, yes, okay, like this is good. This is for me. This is for me. I did this. No one helped me. No one got this for, like, I did this. I was so happy. And so, working on this show, you know, I was very excited about it. Very grateful for it. Very grateful for it. I was so happy to be there, and like, I remember I used to wake up early just so I could be on time, because I was so excited just to like... So anyways, and so while working on this production, this set, one day I was standing up against the wall, and this guy came over to me, and I should have known from the beginning, but what you don't know, you don't know. And I would have never imagined it, because this guy was a good guy. This guy came over, and he put his hand on the wall and stood over me like this. I was already intimidated, because I'm just like, whoa, like, okay. And so I'm like, yes. And he was like, oh, like, what are you doing in here by yourself, blah, blah, blah. Make a long story short, this guy asked for my number and asked if he could take me out on a date. Now, I broken up with my ex. I went through a situation with him. I was dealing with a lot because of his insecurities and his jealousy, and he was creating fights, starting fights with me every single day that I would have to go on set. And so I was having to deal with that, dealing with crap at home, and then have to go to set and be able to be smiles and perform. And so I had a lot on my back. Let's just say that I had a lot Like, I've used the term before. There was a lot in my backpack that I was carrying. Let's just put it like that. Had broke up with him, left him, blah, 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 the whole spiel. Maybe I'll talk about that story another day. Today's just not the day. And so anyways, so at that point I was kind of just like, oh, do I really want to date? And then also I was like, what's the big deal with just going out with somebody, you know, having a coffee with them, talking with them? Nothing's wrong with that. And so it just never fails, dude. Every time I try to freaking talk about this, like, just, you know what, at this point, throw the distractions away. Isn't that annoying when you try to, like, get something done, or, like, you know something's important and you have, like, so many distractions? That's when somebody needs to hear this. Tune out the noise. Tune out the distractions and get done what's being placed on your heart to do, and whatever it is, because, like, whenever you have situations like that, when you're like, I need to do this, I need to talk about this, I need to get this out, I need to get this off my heart, I need to get this off my mind, and then something comes in, swoops in, and tries to pull that away from you, it's important and you need to do it. So do it. Don't hold back anymore. Or whatever the situation may be. Anyways, and so when he texted me, he was pretty much like, you know, I've never been to New Orleans, I wanna look around, this and that. And I was like, oh, well, awesome. I was like, well, I was born and raised here. I was like, I can take you around. I said, we can go get coffee at Cafe du Monde, we can get, you know, beignets and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, that's perfect, that's great. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, yes, I got my first role. And then now I have this person, a guy, and this is great. This is great. This is really, really great. It's really great from what I came from. I had to be about 30. He was either 29 or 30. Now, there were so many red flags about this situation. So he texted me and said, okay, great, we'll do that. Meet me at my hotel. Meet me at my hotel. And we'll walk from there. And that was a red flag within itself, because the hotel wasn't even nowhere near. I look back and I'm just like, you always see it, right? You always see it, but that's the whole point of life and wisdom. It's not to hold pain in, but to finally see. To finally open your eyes and finally be able to go, oh, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. So I wasn't completely dumb until I was. I waited in the lobby and I messaged him. I was like, hey, I'm here. You know, you can come down so we can go. And so he texted me, was like, oh, well, I'm not finished getting ready yet, just come up to my room. And I was just like, already, that instinct, right? And I'm like, no, don't do that. I was just like, no, I'm good, and it's fine, I'm gonna just wait down here for you. And so he texted me back going, no, just come up, because I don't want you waiting downstairs. And then also he was just like, you know, it's fine, like, you know, just come up. And he's like, it won't take me long. And so when I went to his room, he opened the door. He had gray sweatpants on and no shirt. And I'm standing there like, who wears sweatpants on a date? I'm like, in my head, I'm not trying to judge, but I'm like, you put on sweatpants for a date? You take me out on a date and you're wearing sweatpants? No, stupid. It's because he never was going to take you out on a date. And so I'm just like, you're in sweatpants? That's what you're wearing? I was like, you're wearing it? He's like, oh, you know, I told you I'm still getting ready. Come on in. And I was just like, now granted, I wasn't in the most fanciest thing. You know what I had on? Because a lot of people always say, well, what did you do to provoke him? What did you do to... Those comments always get me, man. They always get me. Because there's nothing that you have to do to make a person do what they already planned to do. But I was working at Hollister during the time, and I grew up with nothing. You know, my mom was a single mom, and she did the best that she could. And it's not to say that we didn't have nice things or didn't have nice clothes, but shopping at Hollister was like, oh my god, you're shopping at Hollister, especially back then, because it was such a big deal. So anyways, I remember I bought the nicest. When I tell you these were my favorite, I put on all the favorite stuff that I liked. It was this long sleeve hot pink shirt that they had, and when I tell you it was the prettiest, like neon pink, it was so pretty. It was so pretty. Still to this day I wish I had that shirt, but I threw it away for obvious reasons. But it was so nice. And then I had bought a pair of jeans from them, and like they were my favorite jeans. I used to wear them all the time. And then I had these knockoff Uggs, don't laugh at me, but these knockoff Uggs, and they were gold, and they had like sequin on it, and I love those shoes so much. So anyways, and so that was what I had on. I was covered up. And so but I thought I looked beautiful because it was like all my favorite stuff, and I was just like, you know, like, it's a date, you know, like it's a date. And so anyways, and so I was just like, well, I was like, I'm gonna go back downstairs until you're dressed, because I was just like, you're not dressed, and I don't want to be dressed with you in the room. And he's just like, no, it's fine, I'll go in the bathroom and change or whatever. He's like, but just come in, it's no point. He made a whole thing. Let's just put it like that. So I went in, I walk into the room, and I stood off to the side. The bed, when you first walk in, it was the bathroom, then it was just one king bed, and then walking over, there was a dresser, the TV, and then there was like a chair in the corner. And so I was standing off to the side, and so he sits on the bed, and he's just staring at me. He's just looking at me. And I started to get uncomfortable. I'm just like, I thought you were getting dressed. I was like, can you go get dressed? I was like, you know, like they stay open pretty late, but I can't be out late. I was like, I have to be home at a certain time. And then also we had set the next day. And like I said, I like to be there early and to be there on time, whatever. So he goes, well, he's like, I just want to look at you. He's like, I just want to admire you. You're so beautiful. I'm like, okay, thank you. He's like, why are you so far away from me? Like, just come here for a second. And so I was just like, okay. And so I barely took 2 steps. I guess that's all it took. And he grabbed my hand, he pulled me near him, and I blamed myself for years because I was like, it was my fault. I should have never been there. I should never went to his room. But he was a good guy. He was a good guy. And I also blame myself because it was like I didn't fight back. I didn't tell him to stop. I didn't say no. I didn't do anything. And that was one of the hardest things of my life, to come to terms and realize that it wasn't meant for you to do those things, because it should have never happened. With hearing other stories, I've come to realize that so many of us beat ourselves up on what we could have done and what I could have done better to change it. But one thing I had to make peace with, this person had it set in his mind of what he wanted to do with me. And to be completely honest with you, it doesn't matter if I was there or anywhere else. I think this person's intentions still would have been fulfilled. You know, for anybody who has not gone through it, congratulations. I'm very, honestly, all sarcasm aside, I'm happy you didn't have to go through that in life. I'm happy that you haven't been through that in life. But for those of us who have gone through it, nobody asks for this stuff to happen to them. Each other down with not even having the full story. Without even having the full story, people just judge. People just say things just to say things, to be, you know, for whatever reason, for many reasons in this world. But I didn't ask for that. You know, was it very stupid and naive of me? Yeah, but I wasn't raised and brought up to a place and knowing that, oh, well, there's bad people out here. Not every good person that's a good person is a good person. There's people out here that actually pretend. Oh my gosh. What? It's really painful when a lot of people cry wolf, and women who really don't go through things. And because it's women like me who have gone through it, and we keep quiet because who's gonna believe me? I had so many things go through my mind during that time. So many things. As a stupid, dumb, naive little 18-year-old, I had a lot of things go through my mind. And the only thing that I needed to know during that time is that it's not your fault. And that I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that. You know what I deserved? I deserved to be treated in a proper way, in a respectful way, and to be taken out on a date properly. That's what I deserved. Because that's what I was told. I was told that. I think the craziest thing is that when on the other side of these people who do it, you would think there will be some kind of remorse, some kind of like anything, an ounce of something. But no. I remember just laying there. And I can't speak for everybody. I can just speak for myself. But, you know, it's like anybody who's watched Nat Geo or like, you know, those videos on animals and stuff like that. It's like being that animal in the field and having something come along and just rip you to shreds. Something died that day within me, that night. Something died. But you know, the great thing about God is the fact that just because you die doesn't mean you can't be reborn. Doesn't mean that you can't overcome and rise above everything that is presented to you in life. Because things happen. Stuff happens in life. Stuff happens in this world. And it's because of what's on this planet as to why we have what we have. And there will never be change until we take it upon ourselves to stop passing the hurt on, to stop. Somebody's got to break the chain. Whether it's in your family, whether it's in life, whether it's in general. If you see it, somebody has to break it. Somebody has to stop it. Stop just allowing things to happen. Stop just allowing things to be when they don't have to be. This situation opened a door of many things. A lot of doors opened that night, including not trusting anybody. It's one of the things that honestly stopped me from giving other people a chance in my life. Because I had one particular situation where I was just like, I don't know. You always just get that feeling like, are you gonna hurt me too? Because yeah, you come off like a good guy, like, yeah, sure, you're like, all right, but are you? Are you gonna hurt me too? Because I know what I know, and I can pick up what I pick up. I am very in tune to many things, but I'm not God. I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. And it's not meant for us to know everything. There's a lot more that happened, not only with that, but even as a little girl, there's a lot that happened, but just to not harp on it and to prolong it. I just want you guys to understand. That's what I'm getting at. This video is not to put anybody down. It's not to call anybody out and things that's happened to me. I just want people to get it. Whoever watches this video, I hope and pray that you get it. that it's time to get uncomfortable. It's time to change. And also, it's not meant for us to wear this. It's not meant for us to carry this through life. I carried this for so many years. So many years. So many years. And you gotta get to a point where you go, you know what? It's not mine to carry. And we have that problem with picking and choosing. Well, no, I'm just not carry this, and I'm just not do this, and I'm just not. No, all of it has to go. If it's not good, it's got to go. If your actions, your addictions, your tics, your issues, your problems, your way of thinking, whatever the case may be, people, places, and things too. If it's not good, it's got to go. If it's not good for your soul, for your heart, your mind, your body, it's got to go. You got to change. And it's up to you to change. It's not for you to point a finger at God. It's not for you to point a finger at the enemy and go, well, the enemy did this to me and look at what happened to me. And God's not changing it of what the enemy did. It's up to you. I'm telling you guys from experience. It's up to you. Everybody wants God to work, but nobody's working and moving for God to work. You got to give him something to work with. The damn genie where it goes, let me rub the lamp and I'm going to have 3. But no, come on, guys. Come on. It's time for everybody to wake up. I held so much anger in for so many years. And I questioned a lot since a child. And I had to come to not only of a stage of forgiveness for not just that family member and not just that person, but for myself. Because I beat myself up a lot. When you're told that you're a problem for almost half of your life by, people that are supposed to love you. When you're made out to be a problem by people who are supposed to love you. You start believing it. And anybody who can say and take a step back and go, I'm not a problem. I'm not the issue. Am I perfect? No. Do I make mistakes? Yeah, of course. But if you can say, I'm not who I used to be, and how I used to be is not what I want to be. And just because I grew up thinking one way, just because this was brought into my life, just because this was done to me, doesn't mean you have to stay there and remain there. Does not mean it has to become your identity. It doesn't mean that it has to live in your head. When this world starts waking up that life isn't about appearances, it's not about the car you drive, it's not about the house you have, it's not about the money you make. All those things are amazing. God wants you to have it. There's not one person who represented God, not King David, not Queen Esther. Everyone who comes from God always has. Always has. Always has. And nobody who is his child would ever go without. He always takes care of us. He always takes care of his sheep. God always takes care of his people. It's not the question of, does God want me? Does God love me? Does God see me worthy? It's the realization that you need to come to a point of, do I love God? Do I want God? And do I realize that I'm worthy? Do you realize that you're worthy of healing? Do you realize that you're worthy of love? Do you realize you're worthy of a new chapter, of a new book? So many people don't realize how worthy they are of love. And we all are. And because they feel unworthy, they open doors to other things, substances, addictions, bad habits, and just other things. There's a plethora of stuff in this planet. But it opens the door to many things. And this is why we have certain people who hurt children and hurt other people. Because 9 times out of 10, something was done to them. Something was done to them, and let me put it like this, on a psychological level. You have some people who go through what I went through, and We don't click out. We just know. We come to a point of knowing and we go, oh, that happened to me. You become angry, you become mad, you become, you know. And then there's people on the other hand who go through stuff. Some horribly traumatic. You always think you have it bad and then you hear somebody else's story and you're like, I won't complain. Let me not complain. But there's a lot of people who have clicked out because of things being done to them. And a lot of people are worried about a zombie apocalypse, but guys, there's been one. Is no one aware? How does nobody see that there's been a lot of people dead? A lot of people dead for a really long time. But when you take God out of everything, when you take prayer out of everything, what do you guys really expect? What do you really expect to happen? There is no more clock ticking at this point. The clock has ticked, it has talked, it has turned, it has went around the block. People say they want justice, but there will be justice. There's always justice. You gotta have balance. Okay? Gotta have balance. It's just there's a time and place for it, and you gotta start looking in the mirror and focusing on what you need to get done and stop worrying about stuff that's happening into this world and on this planet, because you don't have time. You don't have time. None of us do. None of us have time. Stop thinking you have time. You don't have time. Stop thinking that you can do whatever you want. Logically speaking, yeah, you can. We all can. But don't complain as to why your life is the way that it is if you are not willing to do what you know deep down in your heart, your heart of hearts, what you're being told constantly to do, to change, to work on, to be, whatever the case may be. It's time to get uncomfortable. It's time to start moving with love and not anger, to start moving with peace. And that does not mean to allow evil to run rampant, but you can't fight fire with fire, guys. Everyone's making the flames bigger, and this world needs love. It's what this world needs right now. We all want it. We all need it. And there's only one that can give it. And through him, through the one and only, the Alpha and the Omega, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the only one who reigns, the one who woke you up this morning and put breath in your body, the one who, despite it all, has kept you alive and said you are still worthy. Keep going, keep going, keep moving, because regardless of what was done to you, regardless of what was said about you, regardless of everything that's gone on in your life, I'm still in control if you allow me to be. And if you've never had him in control of your life, if you've never had him step in, I'm telling you as a testimony, guys, nothing that you place in God's hands, he will destroy, he will ruin. But if you place it into the enemy's hands, if you place it into the world's hands, if you place it into man's hands, the enemy came to kill, steal, and destroy. Everything that you have will crumble. It will crumble. But if you go, I don't want to do this no more. I don't care if everybody in my family thinks like this, acts like this. If every friend that I have, maybe you need to change your circle. Maybe you need to change your outlet. Change your environment. Move to different grounds, different soil if you need to. If you can. But it's time to move before you don't even get the opportunity to think about doing it, because you won't have that chance. You won't have that opportunity. It's a time for all of us to start thinking about what we do. You know, this, like I said earlier, this isn't a Hollywood thing. It's not a Hollywood thing. I've worked in front of the camera, behind the camera. Not everybody is involved, and not everybody is a bad person. They're not. They're genuinely not. And for those who say, well, why aren't they speaking up? Nobody's come out. Nobody's putting it out there. And nobody's... Well, you know, honestly, can I just, you know, I keep it real. Can I just be blunt with you guys? I wouldn't say anything either. Why would I? For a bunch of ungrateful, dead little zombies walking around. Just, you always got something to say, but what are your words really holding? Because people have come out for years, before I was even born. People have come out. Okay, people have come out. Some have even shared pictures, some have shared videos, and it shouldn't even take all that crap. But in this world, oh no, you gotta have that. Because, well, they said it, but like, what is it? Okay, but like, all right, we see it, but a person can come out and put all the facts in front of you, can have a video, can show the proof, okay? And this world will still go, well, I mean, like, I get that they said that, but, how true is it? Oh my gosh. Can I just be completely honest with you guys? There's a lot of people pointing fingers at people that they shouldn't be pointing fingers at. Missing the point and the purpose of it all. And not getting it. Y'all aren't getting it. There's so many people who have lost their lives trying to speak the truth, and you call them crazy. You dismiss them. Their words. And you call them crazy. You put them down. A lot of people who have watched people they cared about die from speaking the truth. Hoping and wishing that, hey, do you guys get it now? Does anyone get it now? Nobody gets it now, guys. They're not getting it. And these are just all opinions. I'm just Jules. And then on the other hand, are there bad people who are involved into some? Yeah, there are, but welcome to Earth. You know, they have this free Palestine thing going on. Okay, you want a free Palestine? That's okay, that's great. But how you want to free a whole nother country and you're not even free in yours? How are you trying to stand up for something you're not even free within your mind? Free Palestine. Let's free America first. Let's free America first. And then once we get our soil together, once our cup is full over here, then we can go over here and there and there and there and help everyone else. We can't help nobody else because we can't even help ourselves. Can't even function over here. Look at all of the people on the street. We have people who live on the street. And it's deemed okay. Everybody with all of their issues and problems who are who the heck is playing Karen White? That's my mom's favorite song. I'm not your superwoman. See, I'm getting distracted. Oh my gosh. Turn it off. Turn it off. Oh, they turned it off. Did they hear me? I hope my story can help at least just one person out there. One soul, one person, one life. And guys, we have to stop pointing fingers at each other. We have to stop getting ready to throw the rock. All right, you're just, everybody's so anxious to throw the rock because I want to be angry. I want to have a reason to be angry, and yes, I have the reason to be angry, and I can say what I want, I can say what I feel, because look at what they're doing. Look at what's being done. Look. But really, where you need to look is at yourself. That's where you need to look. That's where you need to look. You need to look at the mirror. You need to look, let's open up your closet and look at your shelf. Hell, you know what? At this point, stop even pointing a finger at Lucifer. Y'all want to blame the enemy so much. Do you hold yourself so low to where you can't think for yourself? You just allow the enemy to come in and present you with things, and you just eat it up. You eat that fruit so willingly. And then when nothing goes right in your life, when bad things happen, or whatever the case may be, then you go, oh my gosh, it's so bitter. I don't like the taste of it. Really, because you were just enjoying it yesterday. But now, because your stomach hurts, you gotta go to the bathroom all the time now. Now you want to cry about it? You know who's held accountable? You in the end. Are certain forces and entities aware that punishment's coming? Of course, guys. Come on, justice would not be justice if that wasn't the case. And it's coming. It's coming. But that's not for you to worry about. You know how you take things back and how you take things into control? When you start walking correctly, when you start walking with morals, when you stop watching things like porn and being into perverted stuff, going, oh yeah, it's okay. It's when you stop going, nah. Why would I walk around talking about this person full of jealousy and envy and hatred? Why would I do that? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna accept them for who they are, how they look, and everything, and appreciate them and love them, because I'm supposed to love my brothers. I'm supposed to love my sisters. We're supposed to appreciate each other. We're supposed to move with love. We're supposed to. Supposed to. When you stop walking around with hate in your heart, with anger in your heart, and start going, you know what? No. I need a change. It's not okay for me to just flip out and say whatever I want because that's the cool thing to do. No, it's not cool. Take it from someone who had anger issues. And if someone can look at my life and I can sit with here and talk to you from morning to sundown of everything in my life. And I've talked to people, have opened up. You got to open up. It's more than just saying it. You got to open up. You have to get counseling. When I opened up, yeah, people went, mad. I would have. Yeah, that's all I've ever heard. I would have did such and such to them, and I would have did this to them, and that couldn't have been me. We always think it's not us. It couldn't be me until it's you. Then what? Why wait to get to that point? Stop running your mouth. Stop always. This world just all this world freaking wants to do is talk. Everybody just wants to talk. Let me just say whatever I feel whenever I feel. Now, am I going to do anything? No, we're not. Because we haven't done anything. We're not going to do anything. I just want to talk. I just want to be able to spread my anger. Is anger really the way? Where has anger gotten any of us? And I can tell you, as a testimony, I can tell you from somebody who is very angry. Oh, very angry. How angry, Jules? Very angry. I wanted the world to burn. with some people going down with it. Very angry. Anger does nothing. Does nothing. But I have seen what love does. And it's such a beautiful thing. And when you truly allow love, not what the world has to offer, not what the world calls love, but real love. Real love. When you can allow that in and just die not under the enemy, but die in the spirit, when you can just release this and open up. When you can break that wall down from your heart, from your mind, from your body, from your spirit, when you can take everything that you've seen, been through, gone through, when you can take it and go, it's not mine to have, because he already died for it. It's the whole purpose. What don't you guys get? You guys are still looking at a little feeble God on the cross. He ain't there no more. He's not there, right? He's not there. But we can start seeing that when he was, and what was done to him, he suffered so greatly for all of us. He went through so much for all of us. There is no side. We are only one. Just one. He's for everyone. You can say what you want about anybody on this earth, but Jesus loves us all. And if you've been struggling with that, of accepting his love, of accepting that he's for you, because of what you've done, where you've been, what you've gone through, I'm here to tell you as a testimony of somebody who's been to hell, literally, and have rised above from it. I'm here to tell you, he loves you so much, so much. If you don't accept any other love in this world, at least accept his, because I'm telling you, it'll be the most fulfilling thing you've ever done in your life. The most fulfilling, the most groundbreaking thing you can do. Everybody in their degrees and their money and their status will not go with them. Can't take it. It's a beautiful thing to have, and I'll never bash it, because God wants us all to be successful. So it's not a poor thing, a rich thing. No. But you can't take it with you. So make sure what you're building really has substance. Make sure what you're building really has purpose at the end of the day. Because you can do all of that building and the water can come in and wipe it all away. Then what? Then what? What do you really have then when you don't have love? What do you really have then when you're not standing in truth of who you were created to be? Who he wanted you to be. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your cousin, not your coworkers. No. Scratch all of it. Get rid of all of it. Who you were created to be before everyone started putting their hands on your life. Started putting their hands on your thoughts. Started putting their hands on your ideas, on your dreams and your goals. God places certain things in our heart for a reason. It's just watered down along the way. Don't allow it to be watered down no more. It has to start somewhere. And if you go and look at this world and go, this is disgusting. If you look at this world and go, enough is enough. Because it is. It is. But when we are living in a place where everybody thinks they have the answers and nobody needs help, and I don't need God, and I don't need to pray, and I don't need to work on myself. I can stay like this. Then okay. Things will stay like this. And progressively get worse. And I always say this to anybody out there who has ever hurt a child, who has ever hurt anybody in that form or way. Some people are brought up into this stuff. Some people are taught certain things. Some people genuinely don't know, guys. Some people don't genuinely know. And it's not to make an excuse, because there are no excuses, and there will be no excuses when a certain time comes. And I'm not talking about the end of the world. Everyone keeps talking about the end of the world. Shut up about it. Shut up about it. We're not there yet, and let me tell you something, ain't nobody ready for that yet. But there will be stuff that happens. It's best to be prepared so you don't have to get prepared. Be prepared mentally, be prepared physically. In peace, not panic. In courage and not fear. But if you have ever suffered through anything as a child, I pray that my words sit on your heart, sit on your mind, in your life, and just all around. And I hope that you can come to terms that just because you were taught certain stuff, just because you're around certain stuff, doesn't mean that you have to remain there. Doesn't mean that that has to be your life. Doesn't mean that you have to continue it. There can be change and there will be change, but are you willing to allow it? And for those who have been hurt and go, oh, woe is me. This happened to me as a child. This happened to me so this is why I'm doing this and that. We know about people like, for instance, what is that one story? That little girl. I'm so sorry. For instance, like people like this man, as so many. He hurt this little girl. Tanner Horner is his name. May justice be served unto him on this earth and the next, and it shall. I came across this story when I was like looking up stuff for one of my other videos when I was doing what I was doing. And I will say this. We have this excuse in this world where hurt people hurt people. And it's the biggest crock of crap ever. Because, okay, well, if hurt people, then what about me? There's a lot of people I could have hurt. A lot. And knowing what I know now, I know how to hurt people even greater than you can ever imagine. And I choose not to. Choose not to. That's the great thing about being a good person, is that there's no mask, there's nothing behind it, there's nothing that you need to put on or be. You just choose it. You choose not to be the evil of this world. You choose not to be like the very people who try to destroy you. You choose not to be the person who did the things that they did to you as a kid. You choose not to be the person who hurt you as a woman, as a man, doing things to you against your will. You choose that. It's a choice. No one can walk this earth and go, well, I was made to do it. Now, was a door open for an entity? I'm sure. I've talked about this earlier. Yes, doors are open. Doors are open. That's not just some movie, like what was that movie, that one, Insidious kind of, no, baby. Doors can be open. But once again, we all have a choice. These people choose to do this, okay? It's different when you're raised in it, you're brainwashed into believing, oh, this is what we do. This is how it's supposed to be done, versus somebody who went through something. You knew it was wrong for you, but then you're going to go out into the world and spread it like a disease. And it's not to say that this is what happened to this man, but 9 times out of 10, it probably did. But guess what? It's still not an excuse. There's so many of us who have gone through stuff and go, I'll never do or be what this person was, that person was, this person did to me, that person did to me. I won't do it. I refuse it. No, no, no. I think it's time for this world to wake up and stop thinking that everything's so roses and rainbows down here. There's bad people here on earth. There's bad people here on earth, and there's just people that they're so, what kind of person would do that? It's not a person. There was a person there. The door was open. Okay, do we get that now? As the door came open, something walked in. Call it what you want. Entity, demon, whatever. And those who get it will get it. Those who don't won't. These bodies that we carry, there's a reason why when we die, we take that last breath. That's not just breath. That's your spirit leaving your body. When your spirit leaves the body, we have the empty little flesh suits that we have. Well, the thing about these little flesh suits is that it needs a host, it needs a spirit, it needs something to have it moving, right? Moving and grooving. And when certain people psychologically go through things, they can click out. Well, if you're not home no more, and that door is open, somebody else is going to come in and kick their feet up and get all cozy and stuff. We're not fighting against each other. I don't know how much more, I don't know other ways to put it. We're not fighting each other. We shouldn't be fighting each other. Now, this is not a God thing. This is not a message thing. This is not, it's not from within. This is not from the spirit. I will say this. Personally, it's just my opinion. People like that need to be there needs to be an end to it. There's no fixing that. There's no fixing that. Because no matter what you say, no matter what you say or do, that what you see is not there anymore. It's not there anymore. That person won't get it until lights out. And then once lights out and wake back up, and then now full in knowledge, they're waiting for him. Let's just say that. He can die today, tomorrow, in jail. He can be put to death. Either way, justice will be served on this earth. And it doesn't matter what anybody does to him on this planet. What's waiting for him will be greater. It's going to be... Take that as your sign. It's greater. I think the problem with this world... Come on, you big baby. The problem with this world is that everyone freaks out and panics, and have we come so far of forgetting who we are? Have we come so far? Have we come so far? We have come so far. And forgetting who God is. He doesn't deserve the mockery, the insults, the anything. And I know one can look at my life, look at my story and go, you out of all people, you should be mad at him. No, I'm not. I'm not, because it was because of him. It's because of him why I'm still alive. It's because of him while I was able to fight through those nights of depression. To fight through those nights of pain that the enemy tried to place on me. And I had a choice. had a choice to accept it and accept that hurt, accept that pain, accept that depression, accept that nothing will ever change. These thoughts won't go away. But I also had a choice to take it and come out of it and go, it's not for me to carry. And let me tell you something, there's no man on this earth that can compete with God with carrying a bag. He can carry a bag. He's big enough to do it, guys. He's big enough to do it. He's strong enough to do it. He can do all things, and you can do all things through Christ, who gives us strength. This world, it's time for this world to wake up. Come back to knowing his love. Come back to knowing his love. Come back to feeling his love. To feeling how we're supposed to feel since the beginning of time. How he wanted things to be before the enemy started putting his hands in everything. We always want, as humans, we always want to blame everybody and everything. But really, it's your fault. It's like Adam and Eve. Give you an example. Nobody told Adam to eat the fruit. You can't blame Satan. What don't you guys get? You can't blame Satan. Everybody always wants to blame Satan. Everybody always wants to blame you, Lucifer, the devil, it's the demon, and this and that. Yeah, they're there, but they know their role. Satan knows his role. Everybody knows their role except for many people. How is it that the devil himself knows his role, knows the length that he can go? And here you don't even. Everybody has a role, everybody has a place, everything understands how it's supposed to work. And we're supposed to be the most smartest creatures on the planet. Birds know what to do. Bugs know what to do. Feeble little bugs know what to do. The water knows what to do. Rocks, trees, earth, wind, everything with life knows what to do except for human beings. And we're intelligent. We're so smart. It's time to stop saying that you want change, and time to just become that change. Time to be that change. Time to... It's time to get uncomfortable. Because one will say, well, no child deserves it. Nobody deserves it. What the hell are you talking? It's not just about a kid thing. Nobody deserves that. We all deserve to live in peace, live in harmony, live in happiness and joy, and be able to love one another, to be able to go outside and not say, do I need to carry something on me? Because something might happen? Do I need to do this? Because I don't know. Am I okay to go here, travel here? Am I okay to move like this? None of us should have to walk around questioning that. But because this world is so comfortable, you're so comfortable, this is why we have to question it. Because everyone's just okay with everything. Well, the problem of just being okay with everything and walking on eggshells, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I don't want to, well, you know what? You know what? It comes along with it. It comes along with it. What do you really stand for? Do you stand for justice? Do you want better? Do you really want things to get better? Do you really want to be able to be in a world where we can love one another? Damn. Prophecy has to be fulfilled, but that doesn't mean that things can't be just even a little ounce better than what it is. But the problem is, do people really want it? And from what I have taken a step back and what I have seen, nobody's wanting it. I hear a lot of people talking, a lot of nothing coming out. I'm seeing a lot of nothing being done. Because you have one person who's talking about justice and not justice and time get angry and this and that. But when I look at you, you don't want change, because I can pinpoint this right now that you need to work on. But are you going to work on it if I pinpoint it? No, you're not. You know why? Because you're so busy looking over here talking about, look at what they're doing. They know what they're doing. If nobody told you, okay, for those who don't get it, the enemy knows what he does, okay? You don't need to tell them. They are who they are. They own it. Give them at least that they own it. The enemy knows who it is. This is why the enemy does what it does. Pointing a finger at all the wrong things, places, and people. It doesn't matter. Since a little girl on this earth, it don't matter who's in office. Everybody always has something to say. That's the target. That's the new target, guys. It's so and so now. I remember there was a time and point. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I fudging hate politics. Hate it with a passion. But I will say this. There was a point that I remember, and I know this because not home ec, but it was another kind of in school when you learn about life, you learn how to cook and stuff like that. My teacher used to play The Apprentice consistently. When she didn't feel like teaching, she always played. It was one of my favorite shows until this day, one of my favorite shows. I love that show. And people love this man. People love this man. This is literally why he was in so many movies and everything. He was loved. Until he picked a color out and went, you know what? I'm gonna run for president. And all of a sudden, here comes the bashing. Now, I know there's many different point of views. I have seen it, I have heard it, I have watched videos on everybody's point of view of why they like him, why they don't like him. Your opinion is your opinion, and it's okay. It's okay to have that. It's okay to have that. I just know when Biden was in office, people hated him too. Sleepy Joe and Sloppy Joe, or whatever the hell people call it. I mean, we can go down the list. Y'all are mad at a bunch of little frat men. And it's ridiculous. You're pointing a finger at all the wrong people, all the wrong things. Main reasons why I'm not into politics, because it separates us. There's no such thing as a bluey and a reddy and a lefty and a righty and whatever. I have no understanding for it. So I can't be a part of something that I don't have understanding for. No. Because if I pick this, then I'm supposed to hate you. Or if I pick this, then I'm supposed to bash you. And if I go over here, then I can't love you. I can't accept your opinion and what you feel and what you think because of your color, what your choice is. No. It sounds like a person having an opinion and choosing something and liking something and then going and then being attacked for it. That baffles me. No, you can't do that to each other. What do you mean you're gonna hate somebody because they like so and so, fighting one another and hurting one another physically? There's a greater evil in this world, and I'm here to tell you it's not what you think it is. Those who get it will get it. Those who don't won't. That person is not your enemy. People are not your enemy, guys. We're not each other's enemy. Can I just be quite frank, just from what I've seen, and things just from a person who is on the outside looking in. Let me put it like that. America is very spoiled. Very spoiled. It's like the child who has received everything. Sky's the limit. You can get whatever you want, do whatever you want, even say whatever you want. And no one's happy still. Nobody's happy still. You get whatever you want. Everybody gets to walk around freely. And nobody's happy still. Maybe because that's not what the point of happiness is. It's not where the true joy lies. Because to be quite honest with you, you live on an earth and a planet where you can say whatever you want about your leader. You live on a planet where you can say whatever you want about your leader and not die for that, not be put to death for that. I don't know, but man, if I ran for president, sure, I would clear out everybody's debt. First day of being in office, I'll clear everybody's debt because I believe that everybody deserves. Let's just start over. Let's just reset. Now, what you do after that, that's your business. And no. Health insurance would be free. No one should be without a vehicle because you have to work, right? Nobody should be without a home because you gotta live, right? You gotta have a place to lay your head, to be able to get up, to go to work. Everyone would get a vehicle. Everyone would have a place to lay at night. If you don't like it, that's your choice. Have it, work yourself up to be able to provide whatever your dreams and goals are. But hey, it's available. We go through, nobody should be suffering is what my point is. But, oh, how quickly I would bring back hangings. I'm joking. I'm not. You guys, you think you want anger. You think you want brutality. Let me tell you guys something. And I'm gonna end it. You don't know what that is. And you better be very grateful for what you have and where you are in life. And change and start from there. Before things get worse. And it always gets worse before it gets better, huh? It always gets worse. It's time to fill yourself with God and His Spirit, with His Word, to move according to what He wants. And not what you want, not what you think is the answer. That's not the way. It's not the way. Stop hurting one another, stop fighting one another, stop coming against one another before it's too late. I wrote a poem. You know, I'll share this with you guys and then I'm going to end it. I wrote 2 different poems. Which one should I read? Alright. So I wrote this last summer actually, in June. And it's called What a Privilege. What a privilege to leave your door and safely make it home once more. To smile with ease while others frown, to rise with joy while they sink down. What a privilege to choose your way, yet still we waste our lives in gray. We curse, we fight, we choose to hate, while others dream of kinder fate. What a privilege. To greet the light, to breathe the air, to win the fight, yet some awoke with hearts so sore and dread the day that lies in store. To hold your child and feel them near, and yet you yell and scold what should be dear. You snap at them, you miss the grace, while others ache for one embrace. You curse your frame, too big, too slight, too tall by day, too short by night. But someone blind would give his soul to see the shape that makes you whole. You run and leap, you stretch with ease, while others crawl on wounded knees. A soldier cries, his leg now gone, while you dance freely every dawn. You ungrateful souls and hardened hearts, blind to how the good life starts. You are rich in gifts, yet feel so poor, wanting always something more. What a privilege, can't you see? To live, to love, to simply be. You ungrateful souls, what a privilege. This video is not to put anybody down, just to bring awareness that we all have a choice. And before you lose that choice, it's time to choose today to be the day. No matter where you are in life, no matter poor, rich, known, unknown, in life, to stand up for what's right. And standing up for what's right doesn't involve hating one another. It doesn't involve pointing a finger at each other, but it starts with love. And spreading that love. And it's hard sometimes, at least we tell ourselves that. But is it really hard to love when you can just see that? When you take yourself out of it, out of all the feelings and emotions that we even lie to ourselves and tell us that we need to feel. And when you can move with love and passion, that's where it really begins. We need to start respecting and loving one another, not because of some kumbaya moment. There's a lot messed up with the system, but God, man, if you guys only saw that there's a different way of doing things, and it doesn't start with hating one another. It doesn't start with coming apart and being pulled apart from each other because of culture, because of beliefs, because of outlooks, because of what you think is right. This video is already longer than what I had planned it to be, and it is what it is. It needed to be said. I will be making another video on how to work on that, how to get it out, because one thing that everyone goes through in life or says is, I'll never be able to get over it, I'll never be able to get it. But there is a way. There is a way. There is a way of overcoming anything in life. Anything in life. But you have to want it. And I believe that you can do it. If nobody told you that you can do it, if nobody believed in you, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hope everyone has an amazing day. And until next time, guys, it starts with you.